So let's start with the statistics S1 paper for 2025 October. Okay, the very first question is goes with coefficient R. So yeah, here's quite a bit of data, and they're asking us to find the few variables. Okay, the very first thing that we have to identify is which is the explanatory variable and what is the response variable. So as we can see H is the explanatory variable, W is the response variable. So literary X and literary Y. So this is how it's gonna be in our normal methods. Okay, so and we also know if we need to find XY, how does it come is it's a important rule that we should remember by ourselves. Sigma xy minus sigma x sigma y divided by n. And also if you have a single variable xx, it will be sigma x squared minus sigma x whole thing squared because it's coming twice divided by n. Okay, with that information we can start our SHW. SHW will give us sigma HW minus sigma H sigma W divided by n. Sigma HW, yeah, that's given 4 zeros, this 1 5 minus 1160 times 4160 divided by what? So let's go to the question. They're talking about H horses. That means N is going to be 8. Okay, that is 8 here. So this would give us the very first answer. Okay, so when you put it to the calculator and we get your answer, it's going to be 935. So in the next one, let me do it in the next page, or like we'll get it on the same page. SWW, that would give us, I think that's not sufficient space. So since we have enough space, let's go to the next page. SWW, it's going to be sigma W squared minus sigma W whole thing squared divided by n. So let's go back to the question. Yeah, we have the required variables. So we can go with it was 2166600 minus 4160 whole thing squared divided by 8. So when you put it in the calculator, so we will get it as 3400. Okay, so we have quite of information that we found that give you the answer for the first question. Now they are obvious. They will next going to ask about the R. So we know for theory, when you check about the R, how the R comes is, in a general format, according to this explanatory and this variable, R will be SHW divided by root of SHH times SWW. This is how we got it. So in our question, what we have is, we have this value which we found on top. I remember it was 935 divided by SHH. Now we have to find it, but let me double check whether it's given. Yeah, it is given. 286 times 3400 and the root. Never forget the root here. So it gives an approximate answer of 0.948. Yeah, so that means we can actually see this answer is going to be a little bit leaning towards the positive correlation because it's almost equal to +1. Kind of strong positive correlation, but they're not asking us any interferal pattern yet. Yeah, C. In the C, what they're asking us, the equation of the regression line. Okay. For the equation of the regression line, let's come back to the theory part again. For the equation of the line, it's usually y equals alpha plus beta times x, right? So that's what the usual equation will look like. So in that way, beta will be their own thing, alpha will be also given. That is quite straightforward because we know if I get the beta, so I'll write the quickly equation. So it's going to be s xy divided by s xx. Alpha would be y bar minus beta x bar. So these are the two equations. Okay, let's come back to our one. Explanatory variable, which is w. So alpha, I'll just put like a plus bh as we want, in a way that is convenient for us. So if I now going to find the b value first, b would give us shw divided by shh, which is 935 divided by 286, which is approximately 3.274 if I take it for three significant figures. A would be, okay, to find, you have to get the mean values, bar value. So is it given on the top? It is not. So, but still we can get the bar values with the theory that we know. Anything bars of the theory, I'll write it on top. X bar can be taken by sigma x divided by n. So these are the theory parts. So similarly, here we can get the y bar equals sigma y divided by n, which is 4160 divided by 8, which is 520. And also you can get the h bar, sigma h divided by n, which is 1160 divided by 8, which is 145. Okay, now if we go here, so we come back to our first question. Once we have A, it's going to be y bar minus b times h bar. Let me keep this calculation separately so that it will be more visible to the eyes clearly. These are separated. Okay. Otherwise it's too messy. The W bar, we know it's 520 minus 3.27 times 145. So we got A. A answer is going to be 45.9596. So we can easily keep it like a 46 points as well, because if you're going for three significant figures. Okay, so now we have the equation. Equation would be W equals 46.0 plus 3.27 H. So this is our regression line equation, which is our expected answer. Thank you. Let's move to the D parts. Yeah, that's not the end of the question. So now they're talking about give an interpretation in the context of the gradient of the regression line. Okay, now it's just a small answer. Let me write the answer. right at here. So we know gradient is what is the change of y in terms of change in x. So what we can write is, it's important to write with the units, for every 1 cm of increase in height, we tell like, every 1 cm of increasing in height, what happens to the weight? We can say weight is increased by, so what was our equation? This was our increase by 3.27 grams. We can say on average. So this is the way how you say the interpretation in the context of given variables. Okay, now let's go with the E part and the second part. Yeah, so now first of all, let's think whether the estimation of weight make more sense. Yeah, it does, because it's the response variable. We can go, I think we have this equation. Let's quickly do here itself. So here the W, so for a particular H, we can get W equals 46.0 plus 3.27 times 153, because the units are the same, so that would give you almost 546 kg. Second one would give you plus 3.27, you do it with the 170 itself, which is 602 kg. So this will give us answers. Now they're asking which one is more reliable. Which one is more reliable? So if we check, actually 153 is kind of more reliable by looking at the data set. So we can see the highest value we have is this, and the lowest value we have is, no, not 138, is more over than that, so it's 138. So 153 is within the range. So within the data range, which we call it interpolation. So 170 is outside the data range, which is extrapolation. So we know interpolation is more reliable. So this one is the one which is more reliable answer. Okay, let's write it in like a properly word it. Like a small theory for you. So 153 cm is within the data range, right? We call it interpolation. 170 is outside the data range, which is called extrapolation. (153) is more reliable since interpolation is more reliable, because it is inside our range, is more reliable. So there's no E here. Okay, so these are the stuff that we need to know. So estimate is that. So we can just quickly write our answer like, as this is more reliable since it's interpolation and the other one is extrapolation. Yeah, actually that will summarize all the parts in the question number 1. Thank you.